Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this custom sublimation canvas. This came from Knock Customs. I will link them in the description below the video. Super cool concept. So they have a sublimatable canvas, and I don't know if you can see that texture, but this is actually a canvas, and that photo is sublimated. So the frame and the canvas came from Knock Customs, and I will again link them in the description below. But this is a really easy idea and very unique, would make awesome Christmas gifts or teacher gifts or anything like that. I love how this turned out. I love how vibrant this photo is. I used the Sawgrass SG500. I used the frame and the canvas from Knock Customs, and that's really all I needed, and my heat press. So let's get started and I'll show you how to create this custom frame and canvas. Knock Customs has provided a coupon code. It's I Want In. That will save you 15% off your order so that you can make some custom canvases for the holidays. The coupon code is only good for 1 week starting today. So when you get the frame, it comes in raw like this, and I'm just using a little bit of Minwax stain, and I'm just brushing it on and doing a few layers. As soon as I brush it on, I wipe it off. It just depends on the look that you want. You could also paint it, or you could leave it raw, whatever you want. I was just kind of going for a barnwood gray look. So I'm just brushing it on, using a cloth, brushing it off, and layering it. So go ahead and get your frame prepared and then set it aside to dry, and then we'll prepare our image. So here we are in Creative Studio. The first thing we're going to do is create a custom canvas. We're going to click on Custom Canvas. I'm going to make sure that the units is set to inches in my case. The frame picture is about 5.5 by 7. It's kind of an odd size. So I'm going to make it about 5.75 by 7.25. And that's going to give me an extra 1/4 inch of wiggle room. And then we're going to click Create. And here is my custom canvas. Now I need to get my picture. So I'm going to go to Galleries, My Images, Upload Image, Upload. I'm going to navigate to where the image is, which is right here. I'm going to click Save. And here's my image. So now I'm going to click on it. And it's going to position itself in the canvas. So I'm going to make it so that it fills up the entire canvas just by clicking and dragging. And that looks pretty... Now let's see, I want to fill up that whole square. So I'm going to have to crop it a little bit. Let's go about right there. That looks pretty good. So from here, all I need to do is click Print. And we are looking for the Sawgrass SG500. We're going to print on letter size paper. We're going to leave it at mirrored. We're going to be printing on, let's see, this is a polyester canvas, so I'm going to click polyester. We're going to change the paper to text print R and click print. You can see it opened up the print manager. We're just going to double check our settings. Everything looks good. We're going to click print. So here's our frame. It's all dried. I just took a little bit of a sanding block on it just to give it a little bit more of a distressed look. Here is my image. I printed it on the SG500, and I'm just going to double check, make sure that it's big enough for the frame. It is. I'm going to use a little bit of this temporary adhesive. It's 505 spray, and I'm just going to lightly spray the paper. I'm not going to spray the canvas, just the paper. And then I'm going to lay it face down on this canvas. Now this canvas has kind of a matte, stickier side, and then a side that looks more like canvas. You want to put the print on the side that looks like canvas, not the matte, stickier side. So we're going to put that face down and make sure that it's making full contact with the canvas paper. And then we're going to take it over to the heat press. So the first thing you want to do is cover the bottom of the heat press with a piece of butcher paper, and then you're going to place the canvas with the paper on the top, and then cover that with another piece of butcher paper. We're going to heat that at 400 degrees for 40 seconds. Time's up. You're going to remove your butcher paper. You'll want to pinch that. And here is our image. Now this is really, really hot. I do want to stress that you do want to keep a piece of paper on the bottom. That tacky, sticky bottom kind of wants to stick to the butcher paper, but you can see just how perfect our image came out. So here's our image. So let's get it into the frame. The first thing I'm going to do is remove it from that butcher paper. Like I said, once this heats up, it gets kind of sticky and it wants to stick to the back of that butcher paper. Once you get it off, it's not sticky any longer. So using a regular pen, I'm going to sort of just roughly mark the edge of the frame, just so that I know how much I can cut off. Make sure that my picture's centered. And then I'm just going to use a rotary cutter and a ruler and just trim just inside those lines. I don't want it to be quite to the edge because then the canvas will likely show on the outside. But just cut a little bit inside. It doesn't have to be exact. I'm using about 1 inch to 1.5 inches outside of the frame of the photo. And just giving myself a little bit less of the canvas. Once you've got that all trimmed up, you can see it's going to fit right inside our frame just perfectly. So now I'm going to use a little bit of, this is just some masking tape, and I'm just going to help hold it into place. I'm going to make sure that it's kind of lined up where I want it, turn it over, and I'm just going to use a little bit of this masking tape just to make sure that it doesn't move once I staple this down. I'm going to use a staple gun to staple this canvas into place. If you don't have a staple gun, you could use hot glue, you could use a small tack nail, whatever works for you, but I think a staple gun is really, really easy, and I think this is a great tool to keep in your craft room. I got this gun, this is a Fiskars craft gun, and I really like it. It's super easy to use, very light, easy to store. I'm going to remove the tape. I'm going to go on the opposite side that I first stapled and pull it tight. And then I'm going to do the top and the bottom, again, pulling it tight as I put the staples in. And remove that tape, make sure that I've got everything taut just the way I want it. And then I'm going to put the last staple in. You can put as many or as little as you like. And then if you want, you can go around and trim it up using a craft knife or using scissors, whatever you like. You don't have to trim it up at all. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a trim. I found scissors worked actually a little bit better than the craft knife to trim it up. But you can see how simple this was, how easy, and look how cool this is. I love it. So here's our finished frame. What do you think? That was pretty easy, right? I think this would make a really, really cool holiday gift idea for so many different people. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Again, I'll have everything linked in the description below the video. This is a super easy, really quick gift idea and perfect to have on hand for any occasion. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to click that bell so that you're notified every time there's a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, never stop making. See ya. Bye-bye.